In this video, we'll look at simplifying fractions. The equivalent form of a fraction where the numerator and denominator have no common factors is called simplest form, or lowest terms. The process of writing a fraction in lowest terms is called simplifying or reducing the fraction. The GCF, or greatest common factor, of a pair of numbers is the largest factor both numbers have in common. There's two main ways to simplify or reduce a fraction. The greatest common factor method, we first find the GCF for the numerator and denominator and then divide the numerator and denominator by that GCF, greatest common factor. Then there's also prime factorization. We write the prime factorization for both the numerator and denominator and then divide common factors from the numerator and denominator. In this first example, we'll use the GCF method. It's easiest to list the factors first. So the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. These are all of the numbers that will divide evenly into 24. Next, we'll do the same thing for 36. Let's list all of the factors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. These are all of the numbers that will divide evenly into 36. Next, we want to find the largest of those that they have in common. And it looks like that number is 12. 12 is the biggest or greatest number that is a factor of both 24 and 36. So to rewrite 24 over 36 as a reduced or simplified fraction, we will take each of those numbers and divide it by the GCF of 12. 24 divided by 12 is 2. 36 divided by 12 is 3. So the reduced or simplified version is 2/3. Next, we'll do the same thing with negative 28 over 42. We'll first list the factors of 28. Numbers that divide evenly into 28 are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14, and 28. Then 42. Numbers that will divide into 42 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 14, 21, and 42. Now we want to find the greatest common factor. The biggest number that they have in common is 14. So to reduce this number, 28 over 42, we'll deal with the negative later at the end. We want to divide each of these numbers by the GCF, 14. 28 divided by 14 is 2. And 42 divided by 14 is 3. So we get 2/3. And now we just want to make sure that we have the negative part. So negative 28 over 42 is negative 2/3 as a simplified or reduced fraction. In example 7, we're going to use prime factorization. To help us with this, let's find the factor tree for each of these numbers. Let's start with 64. So the smallest prime factor of 64 is 2. 2 will divide into 64 32 times. And then we'll break apart 32. 2 times 16. Then we'll break apart 16. 2 times 8. And 8 will become 2 times 4, which is 2 times 2. So the prime factorization of 64 we can write as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2's. And now we'll do the same thing with 20. 20 we can write as 2 times 10, which can be written as 2 times 5. So 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. And now we can simplify or reduce the common factors. In the numerator and denominator, we first have a 2 in common that we can eliminate or reduce. We have another 2 in common, so that will reduce out. This leaves us with 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 in the numerator, which is 16. And in the denominator, we have just the 5. So the reduced or simplified fraction is 16/5. In example B, we'll start with the factor tree, 28. We can factor as 2 times 14, which breaks down into 2 times 7. So we can think of that as 2 times 2 times 7. 60, we'll factor as 2 times 30. 30 we can split up into 2 times 15, and 15 is 3 times 5. So the prime factorization of 60 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Next, we want to reduce any common factors. We have 2 pairs of 2's in common, so we'll reduce those out. And we're left with 7 over 15. And that is, of course, negative because the original fraction is negative. In our next example, let's get the factors of 49. Prime factors of 49 are 7 times 7. And then 98, we have 2 times 49. And again, 49 breaks up into 7 times 7. So 98 we can write as 2 times 7 times 7. Both of the 7's reduce. Notice that the numerator, both 7's reduced and go away. But there's still a number up here. It's just understood to be a 1. And the bottom, the denominator has 2, and it is negative since the original fraction is negative. So the reduced or simplified version is negative 1/2. Finally, in part D, we'll break up 90 into its prime factors. We have 2 times 45. 45 we can write as 3 times 15, which is 3 times 5. So we have 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 over 120. 120 we'll write as 2 times 60, which is 2 times 30. 30 is 2 times 15, and 15, 3 times 5. So the prime factorization, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Now simplify, reduce what they have in common. They have a 2 in common, they have a 3 in common, and a 5 in common. So this simplifies to 3 over 4, 3/4. In this example, we have an application. There are 36 inches in 1 yard. What fraction of a yard is represented by 20 inches? So here we have 20 inches divided by 36 inches. You have options on how to reduce this. We can use the GCF method or prime factorization. Here we have options. We can use the GCF method or prime factorization. In this case, I'm going to use the GCF method. 20 has factors 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. The factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 18, and 36. What's the biggest or greatest that they have in common? It looks like that is 4. So to simplify this, we reduce by dividing the numerator and denominator by the GCF of 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So our reduced fraction is 5 inches divided by 9 inches. We'll leave the units on this application. In part B, a box of dog biscuits contains 78 treats. What fraction of the box is left if your dog has eaten 60 treats? So be careful, it's asking for how much or what fraction is left after 60 have been eaten. So let's first figure out what's left in the box. 78 minus 60 is 18. So the fraction that we're looking at is 18 divided by 78. And we want to reduce this. This time, let's use the prime factorization technique. 18 we can write as 2 times 9, which is 3 times 3. (78) prime factorization would be 2 times 39. 39 we can write as 3 times 13. So we have 2 times 3 times 13. What do they have in common? They have a 2 in common, and they have a 3 in common. So those will reduce, leaving us with 3/13 of the box left.